Hello children, in my today's video I'll be taking up the topic of flower. So what is a flower first of all? A flower is the structure in all flowering plants that is responsible to produce seeds that will grow into new plants. We all know that a flower is the reproductive whorl of a flower. Each flower it bears seeds, and those seeds after pollination they will after the process of pollination fertilization takes place, and fertilization gives rise to the formation of a new embryo, and embryo ultimately into a new plant. So there are at least 2 lakh kinds of flowers, and they all range from all the flowers. They have different sizes, different shapes, different colors. And if we talk about the smallest flower, then the smallest flower is the duckweed blossom, which measures about zero point 0.4 millimeter in diameter, while the largest flower is the Rafflesia arnoldi, which measures about 90 centimeters in diameter. Now these flowers, they are of different shapes, different colors. So what's the reason behind it? Why the flowers, they are having different shapes and colors? This is because a flower, it attracts the insects, it attracts the birds in order to help in pollination. And many of the flowers, they have the male reproductive organs also, while the female reproductive parts also. And such kind of flowers which bear both male and female reproductive parts, or the gametes, they are known as hermaphrodites. And the common example of hermaphrodites are mustard and China rose flower. So this was in a short introduction to the topic flower. Now we'll talk about the different parts of flower. So if we talk about the different parts of a flower, then the flowers, they are all attached to an enlarged section of the stalk. In the center there is an enlarged section of the stalk which is called as the receptacle, and there are 4 whorls of the flower. Which are the 4 whorls of the flower? First we have the calyx. This is the outermost whorl of the flower, and it is also known as sepals. These are usually green in color. And what is their function? Their function is that they protect the developing flower bud. That is, they give protection to the inner whorls of the flower. And in some cases the sepals may be brightly colored, but usually they are green in color. And their function is that they give protection to the flower. They protect the petals. The next whorl of the flower are the petals or the corolla, and these sepals, they are giving protection to the second whorl of the flower, that is the corolla or the petals. Now we talk about the corolla or petals, which is the second whorl of the flower, and it is usually brightly colored. These petals are brightly colored. As I told you, these petals, they can have different shapes, different colors. And why these petals, they are having different shapes and colors? Because in order to attract the insects for pollination. And at the base of the petal, sometimes nectaries are also situated, and these nectaries, they usually produce nectar in order to attract the insects. What is a nectar? Nectar is the sweet liquid which is produced, a thick and sweet liquid produced by a flower in order to attract the insects. Now we have the third whorl of the flower, which is the stamens. These stamens are the male reproductive structures, and they are divided into 2 parts, the anther and the filament. And these stamens, they vary from 0 to 100 depending on the species. And these stamens, they are containing the pollen or the male gametes. And what is pollen? Pollen is a yellowish powder which is made up of pollen grains, and these pollen grains, they produce the male gametes. And these pollen grains, where they are produced in the anther of the stamen, which is the male part of a flower. And in sexual reproduction, a male gamete produced by a pollen grain fertilizes an egg produced within an ovule. So this pollen, the yellowish powder, which is produced by which is stored within the anther of the stamen, it contains the male gametes, and we know that during syngamy the male and the female gametes, they unite to produce the next topic we'll take, they produce the zygote, and zygote in turn, it produces the embryo, and zygote is the fertilized ovule that will take up at the in the fertilization topic. And now we talk about the fourth whorl of the flower. This is the pistil or the carpel, and it is divided into three parts: a stigma, style, and an ovary. Stigma is the sticky part at the top of the pistil. Style, it is a thin tube-like structure which leads from the stigma to the ovary. And what is an ovary? Ovary, it's usually an enlarged area at the base of the this pistil, and it produces the ovules which contain the eggs or the female gametes. So this was about the four whorls of the flower. Now I'll take up the diagram of flower. So this is a flower. We can say this flower, these all whorls of the flower, that is the sepals, which is known as the calyx, and the second whorl of the flower, corolla, or the petals, and then we have the stamens, which are the male reproductive parts of a flower, divided into anther and filament. And then in the center we can see that this is the pistil, which is being divided into three parts: the stigma, the sticky part at the top of the pistil, and this is the style, and this is the enlarged area at the base of the pistil, which is known as the ovary. And this ovary contains the ovules, and these ovules, they contain the female gametes. And these are all the four whorls of a flower, and they have been arranged on an enlarged area, an enlarged section of the stalk, and this is known as the receptacle, or it is also known as the thalamus, on which all the whorls of the flower are arranged. And then we can see the first whorl, the sepals or the calyx. We can see that they are green colored. Why? As I told you, that they are protecting, giving protection to the inner whorl of the flower, the second whorl of the flower, which is the petals. And then we have the second whorl of the flower, which is the petals, or it is also known as the corolla. And I told you these petals, they are having different colors, different sizes, different shapes. Why? Because in order to attract the insects for pollination. And then we come to the third whorl of the flower, which is the male reproductive part of a flower, which is known as the stamen. And the stamen is divided into two parts: the anther, this is the topmost part, the anther, and this anther is further leading to a tube-like structure, a very thin, fine tube-like structure, which is known as the filament. And I told you this anther only produces the yellowish powder, the pollen, which is made up of the pollen grains, and which produce actually the male gametes of the flowering plants. And then we have the innermost whorl of the flower, that is known as the pistil or the carpel. I told you that this pistil is divided into three parts: the stigma, style, and the ovary. The stigma is the sticky part at the top of the pistil, and the stigma, it leads to a tube-like structure which is known as the style, and it is further connected to an enlarged area at the base of the pistil which is known as the ovary. And this ovary, it contains the ovules or the female gametes. So this was about the structure of the flower.